Wow, look at this kid-friendly show. Looks cute and innocent. And it was an entire episode. No super dark subversions. I wonder what a future nondescript episode would be like. Gosh, these animated pilots are coming out faster than I can even keep up with, dog. So my goal of this video will be to make as few pop culture references as possible. So anyways, Port by the Sea is basically if you put Steven Universe, The Misadventures of Flapjack, and One Piece into a blender.
But it's gonna take more than that to impress.
So the intro opens with the Deltarune monologue about the Titans. Honestly, better to have it here than instead of squishing the lore in the beginning than a third of the way into the first part. Especially if it's not like Deltarune. Deltarune just kind of tells you stuff about the Titans being important. And then you go on unrelated chess and Ethernet related adventures.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
After some incredibly subtle foreshadowing and some nice atmosphere, the title screen drops.
He said it! He said it!
A kid named Wart, I'm just kidding, it's Port, he was just kind of staring at the Gyarados trying to kill them while he's supposed to be doing his job. Like Brochowski, my homowski, this is why Gen Z isn't hired as much. You should have invested in a house instead of Lego Power Miners in 2008 so you wouldn't be paid minimum wage to do all my tech support that I'm too lazy to learn a job in. Didn't even have it in the description. So, the goth pirate woman turns the marketable plushie crab into a suicide bombing terrorist against consent, making the big fish vomit like a grommet right on top of it before they go throw a fit on the damaged shore. The crab is called Jellybean.
Jellybean.
I was called Jellybean once.
I opened my Discord DMs to the public. This is what happened. I got that preschool.
And I would just want to express my first complaint. It's kind of personal. I'm glad there's different stuff for everybody, but the vibe just a little too cutesy for me, buddy. Like, I get it, but I also don't get it.
What?
Another nitpick I gotta get quick is the dialogue.
Let alone fixed anything for quite some time now.
Why not?
Well, I used to make all kinds of things for my wife and myself. But ever since the shatter occurred...
I'm not the biggest fan of really blunt exposition, and it feels weird for these strangers to go into a guy's house after being told he could fix stuff, but apparently he's semi-retired, so good job, Karen. But after a why not, he just explains his entire backstory and dead wife, and that also sends them on a little fetch quest. So it switches from fix the boat to my wife dead, find out why. Just like a cyberpunk game.
If I need your body, I'll fucking...
I think him singing solemnly about it was enough explanation. I feel like when it comes to backstories, transitioning with solemn expressions and either cutting to or showing it happen without justify it via exposition is the best approach. Even if you need the characters to hear it, maybe just implying it by transitioning it with their expressions being very sad looking, and then they'll be like, oh, I know what we can do. We can help you. I know, I'm a pain in the ass about show don't tell. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just always gonna be that way.
James has a very unique pre-game ritual where he jerks off to completion.
One approach I currently am taking to writing is to see how much I can show without needing to tell. And I add basically dialogue or exposition whenever I fail to do so. With backstory specifically, it is secretly easy because since everything is happening in the past, you don't need to justify it to the characters. You can just show a backstory whenever you want. Also, referring to events by names, am I the only one getting a little tired of that trope? I don't know, maybe it's because Steven Universe already used the shatter. The other world building in this short is much better than just haphazardly referencing the insert event here that you will probably learn about later. Getting to know the townsfolk and the murder fish, it's all quite charming and stuff. Also, the character design's pretty cool. This man does join the ranks of peak character design. However, enough negativity and more subscribing to Alecations. I mean, look at my Ko-Fi. I mean, the framing device is actually pretty good for a pilot. Need to fix the ship after being stranded, so you meet a bunch of wacky characters that introduce themselves as well as build the world. Smart decision. Luigi is even here.
6 feet underground and I hit the pipe. My guess is it's
Hello, Mario.
Ugh. This is my face when we get to the obligatory spooky part of the semi-kid-friendly pilot. So the beast from over the garden wall tells them to fuck off, and the mystery just kind of stops, I guess. Then wife was the fish serpent from the beginning, but it wasn't the wife, and the wife is mute and apparates into guy's room. I'm a little confused by the jump cut. I think a scene was actually missing here.
Also, if this is Bonnie, where is your wife? Oh, here! I think this is yours.
Did I miss something? I don't even think I did, since it's the most replayed part of the entire pilot, so I think a lot of people were confused. So my summation was probably some of the most annoying from Alecations. Did it pass the vibe check, or do we gotta ask what the heck? Okay, my goal of this video will be to make as few pop culture references as possible. No. So my thoughts are, animation is pretty, as well as the art style. The style is a little basic though. My nitpicks is I wish the faces were more expressive. The story is decent for a pilot and leaves enough to the imagination, and I'm mostly just gonna watch this to see Arlong Park decide to brutally maim everyone. Spoilers. The designs of their hairstyles are honestly my favorite part. The kid looks like a literal star. I dig it. And the woman having Yukari reverse bangs really bang. Yeah, I've outed myself as a loser of the horrors. The atmosphere is relaxing, though a part of me does hope that it does lean into some of the more stylistic choices. At the moment, it's slightly flat for my taste. Not bad, just personal taste type stuff. When you go cutesy, go glistening eyes. When you go spooky, go hyper-realistic. I think we just gotta embrace it when it goes a certain direction, so it goes all the way that direction. I think I see ways the pilot could really improve into something more unique, or at least expressive. It's pretty entertaining right now. It's obviously better than anything I could do. The creator George, clearly into animation as an industry and wants the future to be bright and positive. And is helping towards that goal, so support the creator and good old Porty. And yes, I have started a Ko-Fi page, so if you like animations, sub to Alecations, as well as Space G, my real G editor for this video, and Port by the Sea. So for more Port by the Sea, sub to them, duh.
You'll live forever tonight.